gonna sit with it. For a collective, oh boy. For a collective, let's see. Something to enjoy. There's something. Leave it there. Hold on. There's something else. Flip these around. Gotta get it the right side. The right side. Something to decide. Something to decide. Was that? Oh, thank you. Thanks. That's a really pretty one. The cauldron. We're talking about rebirth. Oh boy. Rebirth. Rebirth. I hear like a chant. Rebirth. 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 I can see a whole bunch of spirits just being like, rebirth, rebirth, like it's time for rebirth, rebirth, it's time, rebirth. And we were talking about spiritual birth a second ago. That was really pretty too. Oh my goodness. Rebirth, rebirth. What else? Rebirth. What is it? Rebirth. What do we need to know? That one too. Both of them. Ooh. New limits. New limits. New limits. Not limitless, limits, new limits. It's like you've had yourself within bounds, within for a while, new limits. Go adventure, go explore, reach your hand out a little further. The raven, oh geez. Ah! The raven. This is also a full moon. This is a full moon. You know what I'm looking at? Got dreams, dreams. The raven and dreams. There's another card, hold on. The raven and the dreams. Okay, what else is going on? What else is... Don't blind yourself. Hold on. Look at it. 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 Why? That's quite interesting. I don't know why, but I feel like I need to read the back of the card. Because it's a picture too. It's the warlock with a little fairy under a full moon. Casting into the void. Okay, choices, there. Oh. Oh, and you've grown up. You did it, you grew up. Oh my goodness, not spirit calling me out in like the weirdest ways tonight. That is a strange call out, spirit. I'm thinking about with the you grew up. With the you grew up. That's something I've been thinking about a lot recently. You know, I've been thinking a lot about you grew up. Like, I've been reflecting on the version of myself that I used to be. This girl, this young woman, young person, young adult who was like out in the world, lived a certain way, was doing things a certain way. And like the way that she was practicing, very different than how I practice today. Very different. And I mean, very different. Very similar. I'm still myself, but like very different. And I realized last night sometime, I'm pretty sure, the previous night, I realized, oh goodness, oh, yeah, I can just carry myself how I carry myself now. I've been trying to get back to that version of myself for a long time, but I grew up. I'm not the same person. There's like a bittersweetness to that, you know? It's a bittersweetness. It's a, yeah, and feel stronger for sure. Yeah, you know, yeah, it's different. It's different to like look back at yourself, because there's versions of that person that I really miss, you know? I miss, there's some qualities in that person I used to be where I'm like, I really miss that. But I also understand that I don't need that quality right now. I grew out of it for a reason. And I like who I am now. So I don't want to change who I am. And I can't ever go back to her. So I'm like, I'm realizing in this moment, actually, I'm grieving that version of me. Crazy. You grew up. You grew up. Let's read this as a totality. Okay, we've got interconnectedness. Also an inventor. Inventing with, that's very Pluto and Aquarius coded. That's very Pluto and Aquarius coded. You're gonna be inventing with other people? Okay, interesting. Also, there's a hawk. I can hear it outside of the door. There's a hawk that flew over the house real early this morning too. Like, and it was loud. It was super loud. Oh, and it was super close. Oh my goodness. It was super, super loud. I was like, all right, talk about it then. That's fine. Talk about it then. I'll listen. I'll sit here and I'll listen. Thanks. Okay. So we've got inventing with other people, rebirth. It's a rebirth that you brewed. So what did you do? Remember what I was talking about? The magic, and you're like, at the worst, you created something, right? Okay. Different limits. This looks like the picking up The spirit picking up the head, being like, here's the clarity, here you go, and here's the new. Get to work in the physical. Wards are gonna be different. Oh, that's an interesting. The third quarter moon. Something to understand soon. We're still at the first quarter moon. Oh, what is the next full moon? This is for sure in order. Hold on. What's the next full moon? Not this one. This one's in Capricorn. The next one. Oh, the next one is in Aquarius. Y'all listen to your dreams when we get closer to that full moon. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay, spirit. Listen to your dreams. There's gonna be, remember the clarity? Okay, the clarity we were talking about, this is a good order. Thanks, spirit. The clarity we were talking about, where it's like, okay, clarity in the head, clarity in the mind, then you get to work in the physical. Third quarter moon. Very soon. This third quarter moon. So 2 weeks from now. About. What is this third quarter moon in? Third quarter moon? Aries? This third quarter moon is in Aries. Okay. That makes sense. Clarity in the mind? Yeah. And we just had an eclipse in Aries recent. That was like the most previous eclipse season. Okay. Then we've got Aquarius full moon. So like a month and a half-ish from now. About. Something you're gonna figure out. There's change coming. There's change coming, guys. Something you're gonna figure out. The dreams, the ravens, the things unseen, the stuff that happens behind the screen. Okay, listen to it. Oh boy. Oh boy. Because then that's when we have, oh my. Oh my. That's a very serious eye, spirit. That's a very serious eye. That's an unexpectedly serious eye. That's a very serious eye. Spirit's been telling me, oh, do we need to talk about it? I don't know if I want to talk about it. That's a lie. I want to talk about it. I just, you know, we're on the internet. So I might have, for just a side note for a moment. Oh my goodness. I might have, you know, like an internet career. I'm also still a practitioner, and there's a lot of things I do not like talking about on the internet, but apparently this is what we're going to talk about. So, oh my goodness. So let's talk about it then. We're going to see some changes this year when it comes to what's happening in the world. Obviously, they've already been happening. There's going to be some things that happen that ask us to grow up. Listen to your dreams. Aquarius full moon, the Aquarius moons, okay? Listen to your dreams. Listen to your dreams. Spirit's talking to you. With what? This is very serious. This is a lot more serious than I thought it was going to be. That's all right. There's another one. I can feel it. There's another one. There's something serious that's going to happen through our eclipse season this year, our coming eclipse season. I don't know what it is. I don't know how. I don't know. Some things I don't know. I am grateful that I'm blind to what I need to be blind to. Some things I don't know. What I do know is there's going to be something that happens that asks us to grow up. Not that what is happening is not already asking us to grow up, because I'm not going to dismiss or disregard the horrible things that are already occurring. And there's going to be something that happens that asks us to grow up. After that, we come together. I don't know what communities you're connected to. I don't know who you're connected with. After that, we come together. There's going to be something serious that happens. So please, I'm not going to beg you, but also please listen to your dreams. Listen to what Spirit's telling you. And understand that even though there is going to be this thing that happens, it's a thing. I was going to say maybe multiple, but no, it's a thing. It's an event. Something that happens that's going to ask us to grow up. There's still a new beginning for you. There's still this new beginning that Spirit is like, you ask for a new beginning. And sometimes, as strange as it might sound, sometimes we need the chaos in the world for things to move around so that we can then be replaced in a new placement. And that's one of the reasons that I'm like, listen, keep practicing, keep doing what you need to do, keep up keep going. Because even if you're not there yet, if you keep it up, the season's going to change eventually. Things are going to change eventually, things are going to change eventually. So if you keep it up, then put it in the cauldron, put it in the pot. Let me get it when I get there. Then. Even if I can't have it now, let me get it when I get there. Let me get it when the season changes. Let me get it in the next place. That's all right. I'll keep working here. I'll work with what I have because that's what I need. There's going to be... No. There's going to be more. Okay. Let me not roll my eyes, okay? Let me not roll my eyes. Because it is serious. There's going to be some things that happen. I already said this. I'm going to say it again. I'm going to keep going. There's going to be some things that happen that ask us to grow up. People who practice in the spirit are going to get more concentrated. They're going to get more direct at things once this thing happens. Again, don't know what it is. I'm kind of honestly surprised we're talking about this on this live stream tonight. But here we are. This is also something this is something that fate has tied up for a long time. Fate is like, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. This is like a society. This is a heavy card. This is a heavy card, spirit. This is a heavy card. There's a heavy card that as I'm holding it, it's like there's extra weight to it. It's a heavy card. It's a heavy card. It's a heavy card. And we're looking at some kind of like societal event, is what I mean by that. Spirits have been asking me to prepare for something come eclipse season, so I'm going to tell you too. That's what I'm going to say. And then we're going to get more concentrated. Let me zone in. Let me get specific. Let me be in my zone. Let me work. Let me grow up. Something's coming. Let me pull some. Do I need to know any more than what is already here? You're allowed to look at that. Okay, so let's look at it. My goodness. Let's look at the serious event. Is there anything we need to know? Please pay attention to your dreams. You pay attention to your dreams, you're already good. Keep paying attention to your dreams. Continue to recall them, write them down if you need to, think about it, listen to them. Pay attention to your dreams. Pay attention to your dreams. Sometimes they're screams, sometimes the spirits are like, listen. But they don't yell like that. But the dreams sometimes are loud, okay? Harvest starts early? Okay. Interesting. Okay. You don't see it yet, but you're going to see it soon. This is the third quarter moon this month, the one that's in Aries. Harvest starts soon. Oh my. Okay, this is a vision that's in my eye. Harvest starts soon. I see people, if we're talking about yearly cycles, right? You normally don't harvest till you get to harvest season. But think about how hot it's been. Think about how, it's hard to keep plants out, keep them alive in the heat that's going on right now. So what I see is the farmers, metaphorically speaking, the harvesters. Okay, so in your work, how you're harvesting things. I see people getting out and harvesting, kind of like the clarity that comes in on the third quarter moon. It kicks people up a little bit. This upcoming third quarter moon kicks people up a little bit. And it's like, okay, now that I know what I know, let me go and reap this really quick. Let me go and get the field. Let me go clear the fields. Let me clear the fields, because now that I know what I know, let me clear the fields. We got something coming up. I need to be in the house. That's what I see. I need to be in the house. I do not need to be out here doing this work. I need to be in the house. I need to be in the house. So the harvest comes early. Harvest comes early. Let it come early. Let it come early. Hold on. Gotta tell TikTok I'm a human. Okay. Let it come early. Because wintertime this year, at least for the northern hemisphere, like when we get to the solstice, around the solstice we just had the solstice, right? When we get to the solstice that's in December, I see those people who, clarity comes in third quarter moon, we're harvesting early. Then there's this period where it's like just stillness. That's what I'm seeing. The event that's gonna happen, we're gonna get to that in a second. Stillness. We're inside, still doing our thing, but you know, externally things are still. Externally, out there, things are still. From at least my will, okay? Things are still, okay. And then I see those people before winter, before that solstice gets here. So like what, November? What time? What do we got going on November time? November is actually kind of an astrologically dense month. We have a lot of things that are happening. So really, like Scorpio season, like the start of Scorpio season, people who harvested earlier are going to start to get the itch, some kind of itch. Okay, I got to get up and I got to do this other thing. I got to get up and we're talking about rebirth. All right, I got to get up and I got to go. I got to get up and I got to go. Things are serious now. This thing that happened. I got to get up and I got to go. Okay, I got to get up and I got to go. And I see people, there's going to be, because what I hear is the ice is melting, right? The ice is melting. So it's like easier to move around in the wintertime. It's easier to move around. Things are not as constricted. They're not as restricted. So there's going to be movement throughout, movement, transition. Like we figured things out. There's things we figure out for the next 4 or 5 months, and then movement and transition. And then next year, oh, this is kind of a long-term reading. Next year, Spirit asks us to get into position. We got the first Aquarius eclipse coming up in February. That's the truth. Okay. And we got the full moon in Aquarius coming up. That's the one to pay attention to your dreams, okay? Because the next cycle that we have with the Aquarius moon, like a new moon or a full moon, is going to be an eclipse after this full moon in Aquarius. So, oh boy. So then Spirit's like, get in position. Spirit's preparing us for a reason. Get in position. Get in position come February, January, the end of January, early February. Get in position. It's time. That full moon is an ending and a beginning. The full moon in Aquarius is an ending and a beginning. It's an ending and a beginning. You know, I'm going to put a pause right here. I feel like this is one of those live streams that like you just had to be there to catch it. You know what I mean? Like, because I'm not recording on any other like screens. I used to do YouTube recordings and keep them up, but like I know that this is, unless some people are screen recording, like this is not going to get regurgitated really anywhere else. And this just feels like if you need to know, you're going to be here. I haven't done a reading like this for a live stream in a really long time. Okay. That full moon in Aquarius is going to be an ending and a beginning. What do we have now? We've got order coming through. Spirit's going to let you know. Come that full moon in Aquarius, and probably that moon cycle too. There's going to be dreams. Spirit's going to let you know. What do you need to do? How do you need to move? Just make sure you listen and you honor it. Make sure you listen and you honor it. Yeah, I hear you, Spirit, and I got you. Yeah, I hear you, Spirit, and I got you. I'll make the offerings. I'll make sure I get that done. Make sure you do that kind of stuff, because you know what? That's what it is. That's what it is, you know? What else? Oh. When you know it's time to start harvesting, get your harvest then. When you know it's time to harvest, go get your harvest. Didn't you work hard to grow? Go get your harvest then. Go get your harvest. When it's time to harvest, go harvest. Harvest is work, okay? Harvesting is work. Harvesting, if we're looking at farmers, if we're looking at literal actual farmers, okay, like you're out there all day, every day. Harvest time is a intense season. Harvest time is a lot of work. So when you know it's time to go get the harvest, yeah, let me go get it. Let me go get it. I'm gonna rest early this year. I got work to do in the wintertime. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay, so when you know it's time to go, go. Get up and go. Get up and go. Why is that? Why are they connected? What you harvest, because the third quarter moon, again, the third quarter moon in Aries, we got clarity, we got insight, we got, oh yeah, let there be light, Spirit. Thank you for elevating my head. That's what this third quarter moon in Aries is, okay? Also, the third quarter moon can help to bring direction. can help to bring direction. This is where I'm going. I can see that there's darkness coming up, and I've got to, you know, prepare myself. I need to look at the next season. I need to look at the next cycle. That's how I work with the third quarter moons. You know, also thanks. It's good to be back. Welcome back in. Also, yeah, having that mental clarity come in between that third quarter moon and the full moon that's in Aquarius. That's where the harvest is. Start harvesting. There's a bridge. And how you harvest and what you're harvesting, and like that's gonna tell spirit about the rest of the work come the winter time and the transition and where you get placed, and okay, get up, get ready, get set. Almost time to go come February 2026. And those are like spirit orders. Those are spirit orders. Those are spirit orders in the sense of like, sometimes, at least this is how my practice is. Sometimes when things get serious in the world, spirit calls me to wake up, go do this. You got to get this work done right now. I'm not saying that is how your practice works. I'm saying that's how my practice works. So relate as necessary if that's how your practice is. What else do we need to know about this? Oh. Remember in the earlier readings, if you've been sitting around in the space, or in the earlier readings, we were talking about this, like the settlement, okay? You're owed something. Harvest time. You harvest it. You got cash money? Okay, go harvest it. Get the work on then. It's time. Get the work on. Get the work on. Go harvest it. Go reap the rewards of the work that you've been doing. How did you set yourself up for this position? Okay, go harvest it. It's time to harvest it. It's time to harvest it because there's going to be a turn point. Once we get into, let's look at the astrology for a second, right? Once we get into the end of August, Venus enters Leo on the 25th. We've got our first new moon in Virgo on August 23rd. That new moon in Virgo on the 23rd ushers in the eclipse. That is a full moon. So that's going to be the time. Stay inside. Stay inside and just be in the ride, okay? Don't hide about it, but be in the ride because there's going to be things that are happening outside that are out of our control. What else about this? Also, the first couple weeks of August, let's see, we've got the most connected cross. It's not a total and complete cross, but that's the closest that Saturn and Neptune are going to be this time around. So there's going to be like intense spiritual order understandings, mental clarities then also. So just kind of like a heads up on that timing. And the other card that came out is Justice. That's why I was like, oh. I said, oh, and then I said, oh. The second oh, that was shorter, that was the Justice card. Justice is grounding. And if you did the previous work that I put out on TikTok and in the Coven space, which was an offering to, was it Justice, Free, and Truth? That's what I feel about this one. It's like personal justice, yes, is coming in. And also, there's justice that's coming in. And if your scales are clear, keep them clear. Stay here then. Stay here. Also, yes, my list is open. I'm glad I caught that. I haven't seen a whole bunch of, like, I've been focused on this. Yeah, the list is open. My personals are open tonight. Let me double check and see if there's any that have come in. This has been kind of an intense reading, so if you sent in, I apologize. I haven't caught it. No, nobody's in line right now. So if you're interested, the list is open. If you go to the website and you go to the menu and you go to live stream readings, they're going to be there. That's the option for, yeah. There's gonna, hold on, we've still got, if you send in, yes. And also let me wrap up this reading. There's one more. Let's do one more. Yeah, I'm sure. One more. Okay. And this is what we need to see. And then let it be. This is what we need to see and then let it be. Oh boy. I honestly might download this video because there's the option to do that and post this up on YouTube or something. This is a really intense reading. Oh my goodness. Okay, so if spirit warns us for a reason. That's what this feels like. Spirit warns us for a reason. Spirit warns us because we need to know. If there's a warning, think about street signs, right? If you get a warning that there's a turn coming up and you should probably slow down. Okay, yeah, well, I'm gonna slow down because I don't want to go off the mountain face. Thank you so much for letting me know, you know? So Spirit's giving us warnings. Listen, that's how I feel. You do what you want. I'm just a person. You know what I mean? I'm just little old me. That's what I say sometimes. So like, if you don't feel it, then you don't feel it. And that's totally for what it is. Okay. Yeah. And also I will be heeding this. That is for sure. Thank you, Spirit, for your word. Okay. So we've got conserve, preserve, reserve, like just keep to yourself. We've got this change coming in. We got to grow up a little bit. An event in society happening come eclipse season that's going to ask us to change and grow up and become more serious. More so than what's already going on. And what's already going on is already really serious. It's already very, very, very serious. People are not only being displaced, but people are being, it's harmful out there. If you harvest everything you need to, you're going to have everything that you need to carry yourself through this couple months, several months of just like, let me tuck it in. Let me tuck it in. Okay. It's not that I'm not ever going to be out in the world again, but let me tuck it in for a little bit. I don't need to be out there. Let me be here. I also want to give a note here. I say this not to make people afraid. Like I said, warnings come in for a reason, you know? Fear is valid, and I'm not trying to dismiss it. And also, one of the things I work on with my spirits, I guess just for relevance, yeah, is battle tactic, kind of like war strategy stuff. So they let me know, you know, what does the battlefield look like coming up? Is there a battlefield coming up? But with this, I feel like that's the real truth. So just for awareness, because I felt like it's necessary to share that. This one, what is this one? This one, transition. Make your transition. When you get, okay, let's talk about it. Right, so we get into this mode. Let me tuck in for a little bit. Let me just be here for a little bit. Let me tuck in. Keep it tight. Let me tuck in. Let me tuck in. When you tuck in, when this serious event happens, things get serious, we're asked to grow up a little bit. There's a tuck in. Let me tuck in. That's a guard, a protection. Also, not a misdirection, like to keep yourself well directed. You see that? How it's like that's kind of we're not going to go over it, but yeah. Keeping that how it needs to be and tuck it in. There's going to be more transition. You tuck it in. Let me get concentrated. Let me get centered. And it's like, if you're looking out into like a dangerous place, look at what is happening in the world, right? Okay, if you're looking out into a dangerous place, you kind of know, this is a safe time to go. This is a safe time to go. Right now, this is a safe time to go. When you have that notion, that feeling, then start your transition. That's going to be more, I was talking about like November time into like more winter time stuff, the transitions that are the movement, the motion that's going to happen. And then get ready, get set up come February. There's going to be transitions and motion. Transitions and motion when we get into, that November time. Oh boy. I was not expecting to see this tonight. But I'm grateful that we did. You know what? I would rather know than not know. I would rather know. Thank you, Spirit, for letting me know. Thank you, Spirit, for the clarity. Thank you, Spirit, for the truth. And I'm grateful for you, the highest Spirit, the great Mother Spirit, the great Father Spirit. Gratitude, reverence, and love to you, the spirits that are true. Gratitude, reverence, and love to you, the spirits who allow me to heed this warning and see this warning and understand the timing and the order of how things are going to be happening for myself and for the world. Gratitude, reverence, and love to you, to the spirits that come through to help with this brew in the way of truth and in love and in honor. So it is. And gratitude, reverence, and love to you, the indigenous spirits of this land, where I sit, talk, walk, and stand, and where you are receiving this at this time. So it is. And gratitude, reverence, and love to you, the mother spirits and the father spirits, who would allow us to revere ourselves and our power, to even understand that there are things that are going to happen in the world that we can prepare ourselves for. Gratitude, reverence, and love to you for helping me open this door. And so it is. Okay. My goodness. My goodness, my goodness, my goodness, my goodness. I think after that one, do we have anybody on the personal list yet? I don't think so. I'm gonna just sit for a second. That was a lot, you guys. That was a lot. That was a lot. That was a lot. That was so much. I'm grateful to understand. I'm grateful because you know what? There's this book I've been reading. Let's talk about it. Okay, now that the reading is over, let's talk about it. There's this book I've been reading. It's called Waging a Good War by Thomas E. Ricks. Nobody yell about me about the spine, okay? I keep pens as my, what do you call it? And this just happens to be a hardback, my bookmark, because I write in my books, and nobody yell about me about that either, okay? They're my books. I'll write in them if I want to write in them. So, yeah, you see, it's a fat bookmark because that's a pen, LOL. But I've been reading this book. I picked it up because intuition. I picked it up a while ago that we were talking about earlier, the darkest of the dark days, okay? Books are always a safe place for me usually. So I was spending time at the bookstore and I found this book. It was on one of the tables at one of our well-known bookstores, you know. I'm not going to shout them out, but it is what it is. Oh, and somebody just sent in for a reading. Shout out. Okay, let me finish the story. We're going to sit together then. But thanks for that. That was cool. That was good timing too. Thanks. Sweet. For Nicole. Shout out Nicole. Okay, so Nicole, if you'll send me a message, let me know where you're at. I'm going to wrap this story up and then we'll get into it. Oh, I need some chapstick. Goodness. Anyways, one thing at a time. So I started reading this book and we did a work together as a coven. If you've been working in the coven, if you have not and would like to join the group chat online and like keep up with the works, that's coming on the community. What is it on my website? Community and Coven. I'm pretty sure that's the link on my website. And which I'm really excited for. We're starting the new podcast update. I filmed it today. I'm going to get it sent out as soon as I can. Still got to get it edited, but there's going to be a Coven update in that Substack update that I send out for the podcast too. So there's going to be more information coming out soon. But we're going to start weekly trainings. Okay, we're starting weekly trainings where these live streams, I usually sit down and we do readings and I talk with people and we do, you know, collective stuff. But we're going to start weekly trainings where we talk about magic, we talk about spiritual warfare, we talk about preparedness, we look at what that really means, we make offerings to the spirits. If you so wish to, you can still come and chat even if you don't do that. But we're going to talk about the preparedness and getting ourselves prepared because I'm not going to not let people know what's up. You know, I was talking to Spirit about it recently and I was like, I've been through a lot of warfare. It might not look like, you know, pew-pews on a battlefield, but there's a lot of warfare that I've been through. So, being prepared the way that I've been prepared, there's a lot of things that I've seen that would be helpful. So I'm going to get it out to the people. So those are going to start Sundays. I haven't decided what time yet, probably sometime in the afternoon, but I'm not really sure yet. But there's going to be more information in the upcoming blog post. Because I've been reading this book and we did the full story on it. Okay, let me go back to it for just a second. We did with the Coven, we did the new moon in Aquarius work to be rooted in liberation, free, and truth. And at the end of that moon cycle, so the balsamic moon in Aquarius, we honored the goddess. Close out the cycle of the moon, right? You're going to do work on the new moon and close it out on the balsamic moon for sure. So we honor the goddess on that balsamic moon, and the honoring of the goddess afterwards, I got homework and I was told to get this read. I got to get this finished. So also, I brought it up, but I didn't tell you what it's about. Waging a Good War by Thomas E. Ricks. It's about the battle, strategy, and tactics of the civil rights movement. It's like somebody who understands what battle strategy and tactic, and they break down the specifics of what the movement and the opposition of the civil rights movement, both like what did they have in their power and what didn't work, what did work, how did they move. And it's like it's a really good book. It's a really good book. So yeah. Okay. So this one's gonna be for Nicole. Nicole, thanks for your patience, because I definitely yapped after I definitely kept talking after that, so I appreciate it. Thanks for letting me wrap that up.